What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. And today we're talking about this old heroic trial that's actually going away on Wednesday, and my apologies. I realized we hadn't talked about this before, and I'm also going to apologize because I am going to do EX, but I realize a lot of people probably will not be able to pass EX. It's even hard for this team to auto-battle hard, if I'm completely frank here. First things first, you want to know that debuffing and defenses are your biggest assets here. These units hit stupid hard, and they remove... Well, I think Lena here is the only one that removes your strength buffs. So what I've done is I've actually comprised this team of mostly single target, but there's a really good AoE on here. And the reason I've done that is because Lena is my absolute #1 target. She has got to go. So the first thing I'm going to do here is go ahead and buff, or we'll say debuff, everything as much as possible. Debuff their outgoing damage, debuff the incoming damage, and debuff their resistances. Plus, obviously, Galamus is there to give us a bit of a buff on the on our defensive side. Okay, so using assists that debuff their outgoing damage, both strength and magic, is super duper important. Super important. Okay, now in turn 2, we can start doing some more of our normal stuff. We'll buff the SA gauge 33%. I'll go ahead and start doing some regular buffs to my units, but do be aware, and it's highly important you are aware here, that strength and magic buffs are going to go away. So really don't get tied down to, oh my god, I need, X, Y, or Z buff, or I'm going to use, the OG Haruhime for her 100% buff. You're not going to. You're simply not going to. It is not going to work. Now, if I'm honest with myself here, I would very, very, very much like to say that I had the Winter Haruhime on this team. She would be a great asset to this team. But simply put, I don't. And I think this Tione might be a bit of a mistake on here. You can see she's already taken pretty good damage. She probably needed the new Freya assist on her, but we're going to try our damnedest to make it through this. The main reason she's here is just to increase the amount of SA gauge charge we get, and we'll see how effective that is. Okay? So here we'll get 40% HP regen, and all allies will get 80% light damage. That's going to be super effective on this one, only because strength isn't going to make much difference here. Light damage is going to make all the difference in the world. Strength and magic, I should say. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go keep spamming Yosuga, and I'm going to keep spamming Finn's highest ranking AoE attack. Once again, the main thing we want to get out of this, though, honestly, is we want to get Lena gone first. She's our biggest threat. Once she's gone, we should be able to start using our strength buffs and make things happen. But I really don't foresee that being too much of a deciding factor until we're a little further in. Okay? And you'll see that here, healing is absolutely critical. I don't foresee anybody being able to beat this on EX without at least one, if not two. At least one of the Haruhimes, if not both of the healing ones, the ones that do counter heals. That being the Winter Haruhime and, of course, the OG. Alright? We're going to go do Heavenly Blow here. That's going to reduce light resistance a little more. I don't think we can, though. I think it's already been reduced enough with him. Yeah, because he does 30%, so it's not going to make that much of a difference. It's not going to make any difference at all. We're going to go back to doing Mayfly with Haruhime. There's not a whole lot here to do. We've got strength buffs, and we probably should remove those. You know what? I'm going to keep doing Mayfly and Yosuga and see if we can just get past this, because with the big drawback to having single target units is that, well, frankly, those strength buffs, you got to take care of them one at a time. By that point, every turn is done. Once again, another situation where the Winter Haruhime would have been a better pick, but we're at where we're at with this, and quite frankly, if we can wear this down, wear Lena down, we'll be in a much better position to to fight these fights here. Okay? Like I said, notice we're not doing really crazy damage. That's kind of the expectation. So, get used to that. I'm not really sure what kind of damage he's going to output, but we can try him. To be honest, I don't foresee anything crazy, but considering my single target was doing half a mil, if he could do a quarter of a mil, we'll be in a great shape. And that's a respectable hit. But considering he's max limit broken, he might be able to pull it off. Ooh! Yeah, no, he was a good choice. He was a very good choice. Alright. I was not expecting that out of Finn. I know Finn's awesome, but I was not expecting that by any stretch. In fact, I was not expecting a win here at all. So there's a possibility we might actually be able to do this. So now, with Lena gone, there's a good chance I might actually be able to get away with buffing. Let's see what happens. Now, if I'm honest, they're low enough now. All I need is one more SA, and they're dead anyway. But yeah, the buff could make a huge difference in that. But let's see what happens here. I was not expecting this kind of result, if I'm completely honest. You saw before, I only had a B clear. And frankly, the biggest problem I had with the other teams, and the reason that I used MLBs for this run, is because I have not found a way to make one or two... really? Tiona died at the end? Son of a... Girl, you couldn't have held on for one more turn. So... Now I just got to clear it without losing a member. Now the fun part is, if you do want to S-clear this for whatever reason, you do get Iris rewards for it. If you want to S-clear this, you absolutely can go back in here and then just run another one without losing a member, where you just basically stall them out until the end. That is definitely a thing. Like, you can win, you can get your S-clear by completing it 3 different times. Just get one that's a clean win, get one that's within 9 turns somehow. That's a lot easier said than done. And see, even I struggled with it. Like that team was pretty legit, and even I struggled with that win. Now I can go ahead here and see if auto clear will auto very hard, but I don't really think they will, if I'm completely fair. All right, so that pretty much is the video, guys. I wish you luck in all this. If you haven't beaten it, definitely go do, and just know that you gotta debuff them. You gotta debuff them as much as possible. That outgoing damage has to be knocked down completely. See, Lena almost died, even, you know, in very hard mode. So, as I said, they're no joke. They hit crazy hard. Let's see what Finn does here. Now remember, he doesn't have his 80% buff, so I'm not expecting crazy things out of him. I'm not expecting the world out of him by any stretch. But I do definitely need to run this, and in fact, that'll probably be one of the first things we do on stream. So hopefully you have. If you haven't, go do it. Even if you don't have the units, think of it like farming dupe. 100%. Black Jewels are going to be a huge asset to you going forward, and we do have the first of the month video coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. That is something we do at the beginning of every month, so that'll be a lot of fun. For now, though, guys, that is going to be the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and share. I will catch you guys on the next one.